Is the president's decision to get our troops involved in the Libyan conflict without congressional approval an impeachable offense? Texas Congressman Ron Paul thinks so, and I'm going to ask him why. Well, my next guest says that Congress should impeach Barack Obama for sending our military to fight in a civil war in Libya. Joining me now, Texas Congressman Ron Paul. Congressman, it's good to have you. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Congressman, you have made the statement that you believe that the president, in his actions in Libya, would be guilty of an impeachable offense. Describe what you mean by that.
Well, I don't even recall saying that because I haven't even dwelled on that, haven't even been thinking about it. But my emphasis has been that what he's doing is unconstitutional. And if people decided we'd impeach every president for doing things unconstitutional, you know, we'd have a job on our hands because so much of what we do is unconstitutional. Now, what I did do very precisely before this even started, when the demonstrations began, I introduced a resolution. The resolution was a sense of Congress resolution to declare this an act of war, and that the president shouldn't do it unless he gets permission from the Congress. Of course, that was ignored, and he felt duty-bound to get his permission from the UN. So it's very annoying, and I consider it very unconstitutional, but I haven't been working on this subject of impeachment. That sort of flies by me. I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
There were a number of news articles, Congressman, that indicated that you had made that statement, and we were basing it on the news articles. So you...
Well, what I have been saying is what I've just said now. But sometimes I talk generically about, like I just said, you know, so much of what has happened over the many, many decades and the time I've been in politics is that, you know, technically speaking, the presidents are way too bold, and I don't like that. And yet, in the sense of, oh, well, this is an impeachable offense, and therefore we're going to start to do about it. I mean, we haven't quite arrived there yet, but it's very serious. I mean, the unconstitutionality of what he's doing is very important. This whole idea that authority comes from the United Nations, he doesn't even tell the Congress, and I plan to continue to talk about it. I introduced the resolution before it even started, and I plan to talk about it next week when we go back and emphasizing the fact that this is bad foreign policy. We have 2 wars going on. We're broke. Why should he be starting another one without even consulting with the Congress? I think it's pretty bad, and we as a Congress should do it. But I don't think next week anybody's going to be introducing a resolution to impeach him.
You know, on the other side of the political spectrum, Congressman Dennis Kucinich has been equally vocal in his displeasure with the president, maybe from a different standpoint because he's very anti-war, but he also brings up some of the points that you do. He has not said he would bring up an impeachment article, and frankly, I don't expect him to. But if he did, would you vote for it?
Well, you know, I wouldn't be able to give you a flat-out answer now, but if the evidence showed that he was just flaunting and you don't listen, you know, his explanations are, you know, just worthless. You know, he in his mind rationalizes it, and he in his mind, I'm sure, does not think he violated the Constitution. I say that he has by going to war. At least Bush came to the Congress and got permission, you know, at least authority to go into Iraq. So I'd listen to what he said, but, you know, I think it's very, very serious. There's no doubt about it.
Congressman Paul, I appreciate your being here tonight from Texas. Thank you very much for joining us. And coming up, we are going to remember Geraldine Ferraro. Stay with us.